Hello, welcome back to my channel. This is the Mental Wellness channel with Waihiga. If you are new here, I hope that you stick around and take a listen to what I have to share. Today, I want to get into the daily reflection of today, and today is the 19th of April. We're going to get into the daily reflection and we're going to talk about what it means. The daily reflection is a book or literature from the 12-step meetings or the 12-step program, and that's what we're going to be focusing on today. If you don't know me, my name is Waihiga and I am a recovering alcoholic. I have 6 years and 9 months sober. These are part of the tools that we use to stay sober. Brothers in our defects. April 19th. We recovered alcoholics are not so much brothers in virtue as we are brothers in our defects and in our common strivings to overcome them. That's from As Bill Sees It, page 167. The identification that one alcoholic has with another is mysterious, spiritual, almost incomprehensible, but it is there. I feel it today. Today, I feel that I can help people and that they can help me. It is a new and exciting feeling for me to care for someone, to care what they are feeling, hoping for, praying for, to know their sadness, joy, horror, sorrow, grief, to want to share those feelings so that someone can have relief. I never knew how to do this or how to try. I never even cared. The fellowship of a 12-step program and God are teaching me how to care about others. That is today's reading, and I can really relate to today's reading. Back when I was in active addiction, I could give a damn about you, about me, about anybody. I did not care, and I did not know what it meant to care for somebody. I did not know what it meant to have empathy for somebody and what it meant to really love somebody. I thought I knew how to love. I thought I knew how to express that love. I thought I knew how to be there for someone. But the truth of the matter is, as long as I was drinking, there is no love that I could share with anybody. All my love went towards alcohol. All my attention went to alcohol. Everything I gave went to alcohol. It was a distraction. It was destructive. It was an addiction. It was a spiritual bondage. And it stole me from everything. From my family, from being a friend, from being anyone's girlfriend, from being a positive member of society. It robbed me of any opportunity to do anything like that. So I was kidding myself if I thought I could be a friend during those years. I was kidding myself if I thought I could be a girlfriend during those years. I was kidding myself if I thought I could be a daughter during those years, because alcohol completely robbed me of that. Another thing is the genuine camaraderie there is between one alcoholic to another alcoholic. How I got sober is by one alcoholic gaining my complete confidence and trust in that they have been through exactly what I've been through. They could finish my sentences. They knew exactly what my experiences with alcohol had been, and they weren't judging me for it. They weren't out there like the population, which is what most people were doing, which is telling me, why can't you just stop? This thing is so bad for you. Just stop drinking. Yeah, that had occurred to me, and if I could, I would stop drinking, but I couldn't. So another alcoholic who completely understands what it means, what it genuinely means for one to be powerless against the drink like nothing else before, is some of the sweetest fellowship that one can find in this world. I have met many alcoholics, many who are in a 12-step program, many who got sober through church, many who got sober just with an encounter with Jesus, and their lives have completely changed. Many who got sober just in different ways, but the one thing that we all have in common is that we had to surrender to God. Another thing that we have in common is our stories, the way we can finish each other's sentences, the way we talk about the struggle, it doesn't matter whether you were living in Uganda, whether you were living in the streets of Nairobi in Kenya, whether you were in the US, whether you were in the UK, whether you were in Australia, in South Africa, wherever you were, we did the same things as alcoholics. We felt the same pain. We walked down the same dirt roads. We walked down the same narrow corridors. And we all sold our dignity at the end of the day for this substance called alcohol. We all did it. And we sold out, we sold out, we sold out, day in and day out. And finally, a day came where it was death, or we continue our lifestyle the way we have been continuing. We stared death straight in the face, or God saved us. And for most of us, God saved us. For most of us, there was a day where we were not stubborn enough, where we had a bit of sense and we realized, I think here I've messed up genuinely, and I'm ready for whatever help comes my way. And that is the day most of us got sober. Some of us are still out there. Many of us are out there, and we still need experiences. We still need painful experiences to be beaten out of us. But I am also here publicly telling my story and speaking as a recovered alcoholic. Recovered in the sense that I've recovered from a hopeless state of body, mind, and soul. I am not the same Waihiga that I used to be. Let's get that very clear. I am not the same person. Definitely not the same person. I have recovered. Things have changed in my life, and things have changed for the better. But I'm very aware that alcohol is my Achilles heel. If ever I am to slip up, it would be that same thing. I'm not cured of alcoholism. It's managed as long as I place myself under the surrender of God, one day at a time. He manages my alcoholism for me. I look at alcoholism as the thorn in my side, as Paul had the thorn in his side in the Bible, and he asked God to take it away from him 3 times. He begged God, please take away this thorn in my side. And God said no. God kept the thorn in his side to keep Paul humble and to remind him that he is human and he is not above all things, and that God is God. So just the same way, I have alcoholism to remind me God is God and I am just Waihiga. And as much as I love to talk about alcoholism and getting sober and the things that we need to do to get sober and to stay sober, at the end of the day, I'm a recovering alcoholic under the grace of God. There was a point to this. Yes, I've met many alcoholics. Many alcoholics. And the best feeling in the world is being able to finish each other's sentences. The best feeling in the world is being able to reminisce about the days where we nearly died. The things we used to do for alcohol. How we sold our bodies, how we sold our fridges, how we sold our everything to keep up an addiction that nearly killed us, that brought us to our knees and brought us to God. And finally, each of us, we had that day where we had a reckoning, and we had to make a decision whether to carry on like this or whether to receive help. And the ones who were sober chose help. The ones who ended up dying chose to continue in life the way they were going. The camaraderie and the brotherhood and sisterhood among alcoholic men and women is very real. It's one of the realest things I have ever felt in my life. In fact, it is the first time in my life that I have felt wanted. It's the first time in my life I have felt seen. It's the first time in my life I have met people who knew more about me than I knew about myself. The power of a room full of alcoholics, recovering alcoholics, helping one another stay sober one day at a time is the beauty of a 12-step program. And because of that, together with the absolute grace of God, I'm sitting here 6 years and 9 months sober because of other recovering alcoholics. Counselors are not the ones who have helped me. Priests are not the ones who have helped me. Pastors are not the ones who have helped me. Yes, they all have their place in life. But when it came to this beast of alcoholism, another alcoholic, an alcoholic to an alcoholic, is what helped. And only us alcoholics are there and able to uniquely work with other alcoholics. You know, in our promises, it says, even if, no matter how far down the scale we have gone, we will see where our experiences can benefit others. That feeling of uselessness and self-pity will disappear. That means that the murkiest, dirtiest, most disgusting, shameful thing that I have ever done out there in my alcoholism is useful in the rooms of a 12-step program, because some alcoholic is going to benefit from it. Nobody is worse than the other. And finding your tribe for me was the best thing. It was healing. Finding people who don't look like me, absolutely don't look like me, but internally they are exactly like I am. Exactly like I am. That for me held the key to my recovery. And who knew? Who knew? Identity and identification is such an important thing. Finding your tribe is such an important thing. Having lived in this world until I was 25 years old, not fitting in, not belonging, not knowing where to go, was a very difficult thing to deal with. But finally, when I met alcoholics, I felt at home. So let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think about an alcoholic helping an alcoholic? Because really, that's the only way it works. That's the most effective way that recovery works. What do you think about this method? Let me know in the comment section down below. And have a wonderful, sober weekend. I will see you next week. Bye-bye.